It shows that what they have been doing in the past was totally wrong. And it is, of course, totally wrong. If you want to shed your blood in jihad. Go and fight for the cause of the Muslims. But just to show off the people, because nobody is doing it at home. And if you want to just to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you think that you are pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, shut the door, sit at home and beat yourself. Nobody is doing it. Why? Because they want to show off. This is why they come on the streets. Let the people see us, what we are doing. So you say, Allah, do it. And go to Bosnia, go to other parts of the world where you are fighting the non-believers and shed your blood. So when they say, whether you say Ya Hussein or whether you invoke the name of any other saint, any other friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what do you mean by that? Do you mean that those people who have already gone to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will come and help you? Do you mean that? Do you mean that they listen to you now when they are dead? Those things are incorrect. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّكَ لَا تُسْمِعُ الْمَوْتَى وَلَا تُسْمِعُ الصُّمَّ الدُّعَاءَ. You can't let the dead people hear. And in the same way, those people who are already gone to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they can't come back to help you. Sayyidina Hussein, who fought in Karbala, at that time, he was just fighting for the honor of himself and his family. So it means that you expect from him now to help you, when at that time he was totally helpless. So that is something which is not understandable. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who can help. So this is why we are given only one slogan, and that slogan is Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, help us. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is able to help. We don't invoke the name of any other person, because all other are human beings. And if we do that, it means that we think that they are just like Allah, and even after their death they can come and help us. And that is the shirk. Giving one of the attributes to the human beings which only belong to Allah. This is a sin which is not to be forgiven by Allah. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَغْفِرُ أَن يُشْرَكَ بِهِ وَيَغْفِرُ مَا دُونَ ذَلِكَ لِمَن يَشَاءُ وَمَن يُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ فَقَدِ افْتَرَى إِثْمًا عَظِيمًا. Verse number 49. أَلَمْ تَرَ إِلَى الَّذِينَ يُزَكُّونَ أَنفُسَهُم بَلِ اللَّهُ يُزَكِّي مَن يَشَاءُ وَلَا يُظْلَمُونَ فَتِيلًا. Don't you see to those people who purify themselves? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who purifies whom He likes, and they are not going to be treated with injustice, not even for a whit. وَلَا يُظْلَمُونَ فَتِيلًا. Now what is fatila? Fatila is a very tiny thing. Any people is not going to be treated unjustly, even to the extent of one fatil. What is fatil? The stone which is found inside a date. On that stone or seed, you will find a very thin thread on the stone itself or on the seed itself. That thread in Arabic is known as fatil. So it means this is a very tiny thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to treat you unjustly even to that extent. So what does this ayah mean? أَلَمْ تَرَ إِلَى الَّذِينَ يُزَكُّونَ أَنفُسَهُم. Don't you see to those people who purify themselves? Indication is towards the Jews. Because Jewish people said that we are the most purified people. And these people, Muslims, as I have given the example, when they started doing tayammum, they mocked them that they can purify themselves with the dust, with clay. This is how they used to do the tazkiyah of themselves. Tazkiyah means to say about yourself that you are clean. So it is not good. It is not good for any person to say about himself that I am the cleanest person, I am the purest person, or I am pure. No. Allah knows better. This is why it is said, بَلِ اللَّهُ يُزَكِّي مَن يَشَاءُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purifies whom He likes. Now there is two things. One is to say about yourself that you are clean, which is not allowed. And the second is, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى. the person who cleans himself is successful. When you keep on trying to clean yourself by prayer, by fasting, by saying the truth, that's what is recommended. But to say about yourself to the people, no, I am the best one in the community, I've got no sin at all, that is not right. There is another thing which is similar to that. That is to praise someone. To praise someone of something which he has not done. That is not allowed. A person was praising another person in this way, and Prophet ﷺ said, by doing this, you have cut his back. If someone of you wants to praise someone, he should say, أحسبه أنه كذا وكذا. I think that he is so and so. Not more than that. And he may add, I think that this person is good, this person is fine. This is how he should say. That is the Islamic manner. And then the Prophet ﷺ said, أحسوا في وجوه المداحين التراب. If you see someone praising someone else, then put clay in his mouth. Again, at what occasion? If the person is praising another person in his face with something which he did not do. But if you want to encourage the people to do something good, and then you say, all right, this person has donated £1,000 for the mosque, and you are just praising him in front of the people, to let other people be encouraged for this good practice, then it is all right. Because it happened that Prophet ﷺ used to sit in the mosque, and then a poet like Hasan ibn Sabit has said very good lines of poetry in front of him, in which they praise our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. The famous couplet of Hasan ibn Sabit. وأحسن منك لم تر قط عيني وأجمل منك لم تلد النساء خلقت مبرعا من كل عيب كأنك قد خلقت كما تشاء. Prettier than you, no eye has seen. Prettier than you, no woman has given birth. You are born clean from every bad things, as if you have been born as you liked. خلقت مبرعا من كل عيب كأنك قد خلقت كما تشاء. And again, there are the poetry of his uncle Abu Talib. Simal al-Yatama ismatan li-aramili, that you are the one who helps the orphans, and you are the protectors of the widows. So, Prophet ﷺ did not raise any objection to it. And he himself said to his Sahaba Ikram once, إِنَّكُمْ تَقِلُّونَ عِنْدَ الطَّمَعِ وَتَكْسُرُونَ عِنْدَ الْفَزَعِ. You are very few at the time of attraction. And when money is distributed, you are very few, you don't come. But you are many at the time of distress. Everyone wants to help. So Prophet ﷺ has praised the Sahaba Ikram in this way, in front of them. So what I am saying, that to praise someone of what he has done, just to encourage other people to do the same is all right. But to praise someone with something just to please him or just to get something out of him, that is not good. This is the thing about which the Prophet ﷺ said, put clay in their mouths. Now here there may be another discussion about this word. أَلَمْ تَرَ إِلَى الَّذِينَ يُزَكُّونَ أَنفُسَهُمْ. Don't you see to those people who purify themselves? There are some people who are involved in sins, which are known as sins. Does it mean that you don't stop them, or you don't tell them that you are committing a sin? The argument is, some people will say, all right, you are all sinful. So why should we say about others that you are sinful? That is the argument which is going on now in Christian clergy. They say, very recently it has come into the press, that those people who are living without marriage as partners, God used for them this word living in sin. I was just hearing the discussions about this statement, discussions between a number of clergies, and they are saying, all right, yes, this is not good to say, because many of us, they live in sin, and this is why we come to the church, because we live in the sin. So why should we say to these two people, two persons who are living without marriage, that they live in sin? And then 80% of our youngsters in near future would be living the same life. So why should we say that we are living in sin? Does it mean that gradually the institution of marriage is to be removed completely? Because if living without marriage is tolerable, is good, then what is the point to marry and to involve the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the time of marriage? What is adultery? Nothing. There is no more adultery than if all these things are allowed. So what our stand is that there are some clear sins. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said that there are sins. In Bible they are known as deadly sins. About adultery, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا إِنَّهُ كَانَ فَاحِشَةً وَسَاءَ سَبِيلًا. Not even approach zina, adultery, because it is fahisha, it is an evil and it is a bad way. So if you don't explain to the people that this is a sin, they are not going to abstain from it. When you don't tell them about what is nice in marriage, they are not going to marry. So it is not against the saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, أَلَمْ تَرَى إِلَى الَّذِينَ يُزَكُّونَ أَنفُسَهُمْ. It is not against it. If someone is committing sins, and you know that, then you must tell him, because you want to liberate him from the hellfire. Don't do it, because it will lead to hellfire. Don't do it. This is your duty. But if you just take the viewpoint of these clergy people, they will say, all right, what you are doing is all right. So live as you like. It means that you allow the people to remain burning in the hellfire. But you don't do it in practical life. If a house is set on fire, you will say to the people, all right, blessing to you, blessing to you. You will try to liberate them, take them out of this burning house. If you see a blind person falling in a ditch, what will you say to him? According to their mentality, you say, all right, good to you. But to us, you should try to help him, to save him from that end. انظر كيف يفترون على الله الكذب وكفى به اسما مبينا. See how they devise lies against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وكفى به اسما مبينا, and that is a clear sin which they are doing. What is the Azan time today? Just 5 minutes. So, ألم تر إلى الذين أوتوا نصيبا من الكتاب يؤمنون بالجبت والطاغوت ويقولون للذين كفروا أهؤلاء أهدى من الذين آمنوا سبيلا أولئك الذين لعنهم الله ومن يلعن الله فلن تجد له نصيرا. Hast thou not turned thy thought to those who were given a portion of the book? They believe in sorcery and taghut, and say to the unbelievers that they are better guided in the right way than the believers. They are men whom Allah hath cursed, and those whom Allah hath cursed, thou wilt find have no one to help. Again, this is a mention of Al-Kitab, those people who are given a portion of the book. It means that not the whole truth. They got a very little bit of that truth. This is why it is said, those people who are given a portion of the book, they believe in two things, al-jibt wa taghut. These are the two words, jibt wa taghut. Jibt is a common term which is used for magic, and also for telling, for soothsaying about the future. And the second term, which is taghut. Sometimes it is said taghut means Satan. But what Imam Malik has said, كُلُّ مَا عُبِدَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ فَهُوَ taghut. taghut. Everything which is worshipped other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taghut. And when you take your matters to court which is other than the court of Allah and His Prophet, this is taghut. So taghut actually which means in Arabic transgression, because tagha means to transgress. Taghut is everything which is worshipped beyond Allah. And jibt is all types of magic and soothsaying. In pre-Islamic era, in Jahiliyyah, there are so many ways of these things. They used to have al-iyafa. What is al-iyafa? They used to let the birds fly. And then they can guess by the voices of the birds, by their directions from which they come. They can tell so many things of the future. So that is known as al-iyafa, and sometimes they take good omens or bad omens by the turning of the birds or by their flying. So all these things are known to be as al-jibt. So these people, the Jewish people, they used to believe in jibt and taghut. And they used to say to the non-believers, أَهَؤُلَاءِ أَحْدَى مِنَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا سَبِيلًا. They used to say to the non-believers that they are more guided than those people who have believed in Allah and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Like Ka'b bin Ashraf, who was a chief of Jews, he went to Mecca with 70 of his companions, and they met the infidels of Mecca. And then he used to say to the Meccan people that you are better than Muhammad and his followers, because you people, you help the poor and the orphans, and you got worship around you. At that time, Meccan people, they were the custodian of Kaaba. So Jewish people said to them that you are more guided than Muhammad and his followers. And that was a clear injustice they have done. So this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said about them, أُولَٰئِكَ الَّذِينَ لَعَنَهُمُ اللَّهُ. These are the people whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has cursed. وَمَنْ يَلْعَنِ اللَّهُ فَلَمْ تَجِدَ لَهُ نَصِيرًا. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala curses someone, you will not find any supporter, any helper for him. And we come to an end today by this verse, which is number 52. رَبَّنَا تَقَبَّلْ مِنَّا السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ وَتُبْ عَلَيْنَا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ التَّوَّابُ الرَّحِيمُ. Yes.